from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Tua going to throw. His throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll throw right away. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Out to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, and this is going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 7, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Dolphins nothing.
On 1st and 10, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it here with Smith. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
The tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa on the move to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. The Charger drive about to get going.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Here's Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Chargers.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To number 2.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
At the 29-yard line.
They run with Breida, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 2, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run again with Breida. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Going deep here for Parker. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him.
Now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
It's Eckler again. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 43 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36.
They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Breida. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On the delay, here's Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Chargers.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and run for it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
I'm going back to you. Ringo. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the Chargers' 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on. 5-2 the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike.
They'll try to run with Breida. And this is not going to do it, as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And goal.
Now Tua. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there, as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write an end to this one. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the